Hello, I'm Joe with Alexandria Jet Ski Rental. Today I'm going to walk you through what it's like to rent a Sea-Doo Spark Trixx from us. So stay with me and I'll walk you through the whole process. So how it works is you'll book online at alexandriajetskirental.com. You'll pick your day and what time you'd like us to drop it off. We'll drop it off on a trailer right at your house or cabin. We'll give you an extra 5 gallons of gas, ropes, anchor, safety kit, everything you need to have a fun day. So right now I'm going to walk you through the very first steps and what you need to do to get it in the water. So let's go. So you've arrived at the landing. The very first thing you're going to do is make sure that your plug is in. Plug is on your right side, and you screw that in and tighten it up. There is also a port on the left side that needs to stay open. So keep this side open, and this is where the plug goes. When it's time to fill up the Sea-Doo with gas, you lift up on the back lever here and pull backwards. Remove the seat, and your gas fill-up port is right here. That's where you fill it. Do not put gas in this port. That's for the engine oil. The fire extinguisher is also under the seat. If you have to use it, you pull this pin and just fire away. Now when you get to the landing, if you have somebody else with you, they can be on the Sea-Doo and you can push them off and they can drive away. But if you're by yourself, we supply a rope for this purpose and for going to any other dock. Just loop it around itself, go around the handlebars, and just push it off. So in the front, you pull these two levers out. You'll find a dry box, a rope, and an anchor in here. The anchor's in a bag. And it's an expandable anchor. Just pull this up, flip all these down, push this down and spin it, and you got an anchor. You'll find the key in the center console. Make sure you attach it to your life jacket. Or you can wrap it around to itself and go around your wrist. Both are okay. Make sure you're in deeper than 3 feet of water before you start the engine. If you are under 3 feet of water, it will suck up rocks. These units, all personal watercraft, are like a big vacuum cleaner for the lake. They just draw all the water up from the lake bottom and they push it out the back, and that's how it propels itself. So if you are in shallow water, it will suck anything off the bottom of the lake and bring it right into the impeller. So do not operate in less than 3 feet of water. 3 feet is normally about waist high in most people. When you're ready to start the engine, push and hold the start-stop button and the engine will start. Do not give it any throttle input when starting. When you start the engine, it will just sit in neutral. It won't go forward and it won't go backwards, but the engine is running. To go backwards, hold the brake and reverse lever on the left side, and the engine will go in reverse. When you let go, you will be back in neutral and you won't be moving anywhere. To start going forwards, tap the throttle on the right and let go, and it will start going forwards. To stop again, pull and hold the brake and reverse lever until you come to a stop, and then let go. To go backwards, pull the reverse lever and give it some throttle and you'll be going backwards faster. Be very careful when going backwards in shallow water because it stirs up the bottom of the lake more and you can suck up rocks and damage your wearing or impeller. All of our jet skis at Alexandria Jet Ski Rental are equipped with VTS, which is variable trim system. That means that if you have the trim all the way up, the Sea-Doo will take off and start doing like a wheelie. If it's all the way down or in the middle, it'll take off and plane out just like a normal boat would. If you tap twice on the up, it'll shoot all the way to the top. If you double tap the bottom button, it'll go all the way to the bottom. Or you can go up incrementally by pushing it step by step. Your fuel gauge is on the right side, and you can toggle through your RPMs, your hour, and your speed through the center button. Sport mode will give you increased throttle response. So push and hold the center button until it says entering sport mode. Then you have to push it again to activate sport mode. It'll display sport mode on the right side if you're in sport mode. And it will display touring mode on the left side if you're in touring mode. Alrighty, so we got through some of the boring stuff. Now I'm going to walk you through some of the fun stuff. So I told you about sport mode already. Very important you put it in sport mode, because that gives you increased acceleration and makes it so much more fun. Also, the trim, if you have that all the way up, that helps you do wheelies and spins, which will look something like this. So sometimes these Sea-Doos will flip over if you're doing aggressive maneuvers like that, and I'm going to show you what that looks like and how to flip it back over the right way. So if the Sea-Doo is upside down, come to the back side, see which way you have to flip it over. In this case it says to the left. Grab the center grate, being careful not to touch the hot aluminum, and push down. And flip it over. You want to do that as fast as possible and only to the left. To reboard, we've installed knee rests on all of our Sea-Doos. Push that down. Use the back of the seat as a handle. Put your knee on the knee rest. Just climb up. All of our Sea-Doos are also equipped with adjustable handlebars because they are the Trixx models. So you flip this lever down, pull up, push it back down. And now when you're doing wheelies, you have a lot more control. If you're riding the Sea-Doo and you're going through weedy patches, it can suck up weeds and clog that intake grate. The same thing that I just held on to flip it back over, that can get clogged with weeds. To unclog it, you'll have to take the key off, which shuts the engine off. You have to reach under there and pull the weeds out. You know there's weeds sucked up in your Sea-Doo if when you're trying to go, it doesn't go as fast or doesn't go at all, and it kind of sounds like something like that. You'll know there's weeds stuck in there. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So again, take your key off, jump in, reach underneath the Sea-Doo at about this point, and it's right in the middle. What you're going to do is feel those grates and pull all the weeds forward and get them off. Then get back on and go, because weeds are gross. Because these are the Sea-Doo Spark Trixx models that we rent, they have a bigger output motor, which makes them capable of towing tubers, skiers, basically everything else. So, to do that, you attach right to this hook point right here. I'm going to remind you right now, don't drive over the rope when pulling back around to pick up a tuber or a water skier, because it'll suck that rope up and wind up in the impeller. So be very careful of that. The way a Sea-Doo steers is by, when you turn the handlebars, it will change the direction of the flow of the water coming out the back. The more throttle you give, the sharper you will steer. Meaning, if you let off the throttle, if you're about to hit something like a dock or a boat, if you let off the throttle, you will not be able to steer. I'm going to show you what that's like right now. So with no throttle, you get no steering. You have to be giving it throttle to steer. Another thing is these Sea-Doos are equipped with brakes. The brake is on the left side, right here. You can be going wide open across the lake and squeeze that brake lever and you'll come to a complete stop, just like this. When you're loading onto the trailer, remember to use your brake and slow down so you don't come in too fast. And stop when you contact the bunks, get off, and pull it up the rest of the way. If you try power loading Sea-Doos onto a trailer and it's shallow water, that's where we see the most people suck up rocks. So don't power load them, just do exactly as I just did and just pull them up by hand, and you'll save yourself and us a lot of time and money. To release the winch, flip this lever back, put this strap through the eyelet of the front of the Sea-Doo, attach the hook, and winch it back up. You'll have to lift up on the Sea-Doo to get it to come up to the top. Now let's pull them out. Now that you pulled your Sea-Doo out, it's time to strap it down. So you push this lever all the way in, pushing this red button. Pull the strap out, hook to the back eyelet, push the button again, and ratchet it down. Repeat that for the other side, and you're good to go. At this time, you can give us a call or a text, and we'll come and pick up your Sea-Doo for you. So thank you very much for renting with us, and we'll see you next time.